Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Tonight we are finishing out Season 7, Round 1 of the Solo Crisis League. You know what? I just noticed my camera's way up there. Let's give it a second. Yeah, I'm not that tall. Okay, so yes, this is for Season 7, Round 1 of the Solo Crisis League. It's my third and final attempt. We're using base game, the original base game, plus Crisis 2. So we have Immortal Villain in play and Vandal Savage. We'll go over that in a minute. But first off, we're going to go over character selection. So for my first attempt, I went with the 0 bonus character. My second attempt, I went with the negative bonus character. So tonight, I'm just going to try and even it out and going with the bonus character of Wonder Woman. So Wonder Woman she's a powerful character when you're playing solo, or when you're playing multiplayer competitive type games. For each villain you buy or gain during your turn, draw an extra card at the end of your turn. So if you're buying multiple villains per turn, you get a really high card count every turn. Additionally, when you fill your hand up with all those villains, your deck up with all those villains, you're going to have a lot of attacks, which really affect the other players around the table. With all those cards drawn, you're going to do it more often. So Wonder Woman is really a powerhouse and something to be feared if one of your opponents picks that character when you're playing. I know I've played lots of games against her, and not always had the best time trying to come up with the way they deal with it. Usually it's defense cards. Now, how are we going to use that in solo play? Or in crisis mode, I should say, is that for each villain you buy or gain during your turn, draw an extra card at the end of your turn. So it's just that. It's really just going to go for getting the extra cards in our hand, getting some extra draw, and having some stronger hands going into the next turn. Since supervillains count as villains, we'll be able to use that to our advantage. So basically, whenever we beat a villain, we get an extra card in our hand for the next turn, which means we might increase the odds we have what we need to beat the next crisis faster. So all those thoughts going together and say, hey, one of them might work really well. So we're going to try and make that happen. So Immortal Villain's in play, which means whenever a card of cost 6 or greater enters the lineup, we destroy it and replace it. That's only non-villains, by the way. So any expensive villains, they're going to stick around for a bit. Vandal Savage says we get attacked whenever whenever a card with an attack leaves the lineup. So we're going to have to deal with that as well. It is like, I know I say this every time, but it's like the Ra's al Ghul card, except we can control it a little. We can say, hey, I'm going to make it leave the lineup now as opposed to later, when the Ra's al Ghul one attacks you as soon as something comes out. So let's get that lineup ready. We've got Kid Flash. That's good for this point in the game. Suicide Squad, meh. But you know what? It's going to give us Wonder Woman's ability. Batmobile, I like early game. Man of Steel, very early. Okay. Super Speed. Okay, we're in a pretty good place here. Things I want, definitely Kid Flash, definitely Batmobile, definitely Super Speed. I want Suicide Squad just to get a 6-card hand, because with these 5-card hands and 3 vulnerabilities floating around, that's not always the best. Obviously, Man of Steel is great, but we might not be able to afford that right away. Oh, wait, Immortal Villain destroys that. What am I talking about? That's not great. We're going to have to get a White Lantern power ring to get that back. That's the plan there. Okay, now everything's how it's supposed to be, unfortunately. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 power. And what I'm going to do is get Batmobile and Kid Flash. That will give us a situation where on this next turn, hold on, we don't get an extra card or anything, but that's 2 cards gained this turn. It's not very often you get to do that in the early game and increase your deck's potential that early. 1, 2, 3 punches gets us 3 power. We're going to use that to get a Scrimastix and the Atom. Again, 2 cards bought both of those turns. That's very good. That's 4 cards into our first shuffle. That doesn't happen very often. Sometimes you only go with 1 card into your first shuffle, which isn't really great because it's just 1 extra card on top of your 10 starters. But now, we've got 4 extra cards on those starters. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good start. All right, let's go with Kid Flash to draw a card. A couple vulnerabilities here, but then 1, 2, and 3 power. We'll get Super Speed. And then we'll get a new card out here. Rage Blood, okay. We're on our way to some very good turns. I can already see that. You may destroy a card in your hand. I'm going to destroy this vulnerability. If you do, gain a card from the destroyed pile with cost equal to the destroyed card's cost and then put it into your hand. There is nothing in the destroyed pile with 0 cost, so that just gets destroyed. 1, put an equipment of cost 3 or less from my discard pile into my hand. 2, 3, and 4. We're going to get rid of Suicide Squad. Okay? In doing so, we get a 6-card hand for our next turn. 6-card hand is good news for us. We got lots of card draw cards, stuff like that. I do really want to get Rage Blood, though. That's going to allow us to do some real damage to these. Oh, Ganthet's destroyed. The damage it's going to do is to the starters I have in my deck. All right, not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, but that is a really easy purchase of Rage Blood. Just can't get away from these villains. New card comes out. Fortress of Solitude, card of the day in the Discord server, actually. So check that out if you're not already a member. Suicide Squad Super Speed draws a card. Kid Flash draws a card. Don't want to destroy anything. So we'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4 power. We'll use that to get rid of Bane. Bane says each foe chooses and discards a card. I guess we discard the Atom. Since we bought him, though, we will get a 6-card hand for this next turn, and hopefully that'll give us what we need to get rid of a mortal villain. And that's what I really want to do. So we get a 6-card hand. Please no villain, please no villain. We got Heat Vision, so I guess I got my no villain rule. But now what? And we got a villain. So we lost quite a few cards already to a mortal villain. Not great. We're going to use Batmobile to discard our hand and draw 5 new cards. We're going to have to get some kicks soon. Alright, 1. Can we get an equipment into our hand? No. We can't. Draw a card. Draw a card. Alright, so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. We're going to use that to get rid of Grodd again. Not again for the first time, but we'll get a 6-card hand again. We need to get a 6-card hand again. We have no villains in the lineup right now. If we can keep them out, we might be able to get rid of a mortal villain. And we got a new villain. Man. Let's see. We can use Kid Flash to draw a card. Super Speed to draw another card. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Choose a player. Each of those players destroys a card of cost 0 in their discard pile. I don't have a discard pile. We do have 5 power, though. We'll use that to get Fortress of Solitude. That should help. And we'll get a 5-card hand here. That Black Lantern Martian Manhunter. Yeah. She's a good character. She's a good character, and I think she could really work for Crisis. We just gotta see how it goes. She doesn't have a great history right now because she showed up in a particularly difficult round in the past. So, I don't like that Black Lantern Martian Manhunter right now. At cost 8, he's basically the same as Vandal Savage, and he's stopping me from getting rid of a mortal villain. So I don't like that. But 1, 2, 3, 4 power. We'll get Star Sapphire. Yeah, card of the day indeed. All right. Let's see what we do here. Let's get a new card out. That's another villain, man. We're getting hit with these villains today. And the Scrimastix is wasted. Oh, man. We're going to draw a card. Draw a card. Oh, yeah, that's really sucky. I've had a lot of villains. I've already had... How many have I had? I've had Grodd, Bane, and Suicide Squad, and I've lost Man of Steel and Ganthet and Heat Vision. So I've had a pretty tough go of it so far. I might be stuck on a mortal villain for a while, but at least I won't see a lot of villains beyond it. 1, 2, 3, 4 power. We're going to buy a kick. You know what? No. Hey, thanks for joining. I'm going to use my 4. I'm going to actually use Black Lantern Aquaman to get rid of him, because each foe puts 2 cards of cost 0 from his discard pile on the bottom of his deck. Perfect, because I have no discard pile right now, so that's a good time to get rid of him. Rough start indeed, man. Alright, new card coming out. Crystal Shield. We'll get Fortress of Solitude out. That's good news. Card of the day. There it is. 2, we can destroy a starter in our discard pile here. Let's get rid of a vulnerability. Boom. And because that's a superpower, we can draw a card. So 2, we're going to 3, 4. I can't do anything of these. My 4, we'll get Crystal Shield. I could use some defense cards of all these attacks I'm starting to take. And get a new card out here, right? White Lantern Corps gets destroyed by Immortal Villain, and then Nth Metal Mace is out. Nth Metal Mace is a good option, especially considering we've got a, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I have a, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Escrima. Yep, base plus Crisis 2, indeed. Yeah, I do need a Black Lantern Power Ring. That's going to fuel Wonder Woman quite well. 1, draw a card. Also triggers Fortress of Solitude to draw another card. 1, 2. Put an equipment from your player's discard pile on top of his deck. I don't have a discard pile. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That is goodbye to Black Lantern, Martian Manhunter, but each foe discards a random card. You may play any number of these cards. I don't have any cards in my hand to discard, so that is just out of the way. Please, just not a new villain. Just want to beat a mortal villain here, so let's see what we got. And it's Scarecrow. Man, hopeless. Hopeless, hopeless. Let's start with a Scrimastix going ahead and get a equipment into our hand. Oh, I don't have any out there. Okay. Like that. Let's get that back. I'm not going to play that first. We'll play Crystal Shield 1 and... No, I have a... That has a defense on it. That might be useful. No, can't use it. Okay, 1 and draw a card. Triggers Fortress of Solitude to draw another card. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I mean, it's enough to get rid of Scarecrow, which I get a weakness for. Okay. That's all I can do. I really am stuck behind this immortal villain. Yeah, Heroes Unite and Crisis 2 is probably my favorite. It's definitely my favorite base set. It's definitely my favorite Crisis expansion. There are other combinations that are really fun. When I'm mixing sets, I find Forever Evil to be really interesting because it's got a lot of cards that aren't built for co-op. They're just attack cards. They're dangerous cards. They're really, I guess, anti-progress cards in terms of cooperative space. So it's fun using Forever Evil in a co-op setting. We've got Kid Flash here. Okay, I do not have... Oh, wait, we bought Scarecrow last turn, so I get 6 cards. It's a weakness, but that's okay. I don't have 5 power, though, for what I need. So we're going to play Super Speed to draw a card. That's going to trigger Fortress of Solitude to draw another card. We'll play Kid Flash to draw another card. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power discarded. That's the end of Immortal Villain. Okay, now we're going somewhere. Now we're doing it. These two aren't going to do anything, but that's okay. Progress has been made. Just going to get rid of Vandal Savage now. All right. Other copy of the Atom. That's kind of cool to see. We're going to play Rage Blood. Okay? And we're going to destroy a vulnerability. That's all 3 vulnerabilities gone, so that's good. In fact, let's keep the vulnerability. We're going to get rid of a weakness. Basically the same thing, just sometimes it's easier to say goodbye to that. 3, 4, I can put an equipment on top of my deck. Oh, before I do, Rage Blood triggers Fortress of Solitude to draw a card. But I can put an equipment on top of my deck. We'll put a Scrimastix on top of my deck. All right, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not going to be using the Atom. With 7, definitely going to go for... I'm going to go Nth Metal Mace, Kid Flash. That's going to be 5. I can take the Atom, I guess. Forever Evil would be set 3 if you're going in like chronological order. Yeah. Fun time. You play as villains in that one. And the Crisis 3, you play against the Crime Syndicate from Earth 2. Or no, Earth 3. Sorry, Earth 3. Nth Metal's out on the board. Let's try and get rid of Vandal Savage. Let's see how we do. This game is definitely getting new content someday. So last summer, there were a few events called Cryptozoicon. Cryptozoic Entertainment is the people who make the game. They announced 3 things there, okay? They announced a Bombshells crossover pack. So Bombshells is that like World War II aesthetic pinup girl style of the DC heroes. So a crossover pack of that. There's a new Rivals game, and it's going to be Flash versus Reverse Flash, so that's coming. There's going to eventually be a Crisis 5 related to Dark Knight's Metal, but that's probably not till next year. There's going to be, what was the other thing? Oh yes, a Rebirth expansion. So the first expansion to the Rebirth playstyle is going to be based around Suicide Squad, probably to kind of coincide with the movie release and all of that. So that'll be coming out this year. And the last thing they haven't actually talked about, but it's listed right now on miniaturemarket.com, and that is DC Comics deck building game Injustice. Injustice obviously being the popular fighting game from the Mortal Kombat creators, and we don't know what it is yet. Its price range is weird. It's more expensive than a crossover pack, but it's less expensive than a base set. So it's supposed to be a whole new thing. Not sure what that is yet. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Rebirth expansion too. I am a big fan of Rebirth. It doesn't get enough love, I don't think, and I'm looking forward to having something new to do with it, because I've done those 8 scenarios quite a few times now. So let's see what's going on here. We've got Crystal Shield 1 and draw a card, triggering Fortress of Solitude to draw another card. 2, 3, drawing a card. 4, 5, 6, and 7 is just shy of what I need there. Definitely going to get this Nth Metal. Looking for Nth Metal to destroy starters, and a kick to replace those punches with some power. Alright, new card coming up. Channeling Emotional Spectrum doesn't have much use right now, but once we start getting to the point where we are destroying or getting more crises, that's going to be good. So I'm playing Rage Blood. Rage Blood I'm going to use to destroy a punch. So watch what I'm going to do here, because I'm really looking forward to this move. So I destroy a punch, right? Then I'm going to use, well, that triggers Fortress of Solitude to draw another card. And then I'm going to use the Atom on this vulnerability in my hand, destroy the vulnerability, and get the punch right back. So I ended up in a place where all my vulnerabilities are destroyed, and I got my punch back. I don't want to keep the punch, really, but it did give me a situation where I could destroy the vulnerability when Rage Blood wasn't able to do it itself. Let's go ahead and draw another card. Oh, we got another Atom. Can't do anything with it, though. So, yeah, definitely get Rebirth eventually. It's definitely underrated. Criminally underrated, I'd say. Check it out. It's really fun. It's on Tabletop Simulator, I think, if you want to give it a shot. I really enjoy it. I did a whole series playing the campaign. It's a lot of fun. So 2, 3, 4, and 5 power. I don't want any of this. I guess I'll take Utility Belt, but only to give it to a Crisis in the future. I don't really have a purpose for it. It's just going to replace some starter cards. It's really an expensive kick when it comes to the case of 2, 3, 4. When it comes to the case of Crisis mode. So shuffling up, there's only 4 cards over there. X-Ray Vision, another card I don't really need. It's useless within the context of solo Crisis mode, but it does trigger Fortress of Solitude, so it's not totally worthless, and we could hold on to it for the purpose of a upcoming Crisis. Let's go with Nth Metal. Look at the top card. Are you a superpower? It is, and we will draw it. Then we'll just play it, draw a card, trigger Fortress of Solitude to draw another card. We'll go with Nth Metal. Looking at this card, we may destroy it. We will not. Instead, we will draw it. Okay. Whenever I have that option to draw a card, but another card to peek at the card, I always play the peek at the card first. Nth Metal says, look at the top card, you may destroy it. If that was a punch, I would have destroyed it, and then use Kid Flash to get what was there next. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10 is just enough to beat Vandal Savage. Finally got him out of the way. And we're going on to the big boys now. Let's see how we do. See how we do. All right, we have no defense in our hand. Let's see how let's see what happens. Okay. New crisis is Shifting Loyalties. This doesn't really do too much in solo play. It's actually it's more dangerous in early game than it is in later games, so it might be a problem now. We'll see. At the end of your turn, place all cards you played this turn into the discard pile of the player on your right. I am the player on my right, but so that doesn't really do anything. It's the next part, the to beat part, that's a little bit different in solo. And that is, where's the wording? Remember that, I'm sorry, well, that's the crisis card clarification. There we go. Put the top 3 cards of your deck into the lineup. If their total cost is 7 or greater, remove this crisis. Now the problem with that is I've got a lot of starters. I still have 7 card starters in my deck that have 0 cost. So that's a real problem for Shifting Loyalties. I might not even try to beat it until I beat a few more crisis cards. A few more starters, I mean. Our new villain is Arkillo. Arkillo costs 3 more to defeat for each equipment in the lineup. Each player puts 1 equipment from his hand or 2 from his discard pile into the lineup. We'll just go ahead and throw... We're going to throw... We'll throw Batmobile back up there for now because we're going to buy it back very quickly. So I'm not really worried about that. Oh, I get an extra card this turn because I beat a villain last turn. There we go, perfect. So I'm just going to catch up on the chat real quick. I'm just surprised this game isn't way higher on people's lists. Yeah, I'm a huge DC fan too. I mean, that's what made me get it in the first place. The first time I saw it was an ad in a comic book a really long time ago, and I've loved it ever since. The Crisis mode especially really snagged my attention. The idea that it's not many people's list isn't huge. I mean, I run 2 leagues. I run this league, and I run the Marvel Champions, Solo Champions League one. And the Champions one's just more popular. I mean, Marvel just has that super high brand awareness right now with how it's like penetrating all media, and they're doing a really good job about it. So there's no denying that, but it's also a really good game too. I wish DC was more popular in terms of this game. I mean DC deck building, but it's a slower game. It's not like Marvel Champions where you can play a game in a half hour. It's more of a 1 to 2 hour game. Now, in terms of is this game better solo? I don't know. There are some. It's definitely pretty well balanced for solo. You get the better you are at the game, the more you win. There's no denying that. So that's a good balance for solo. So it doesn't feel random. It doesn't feel like a dice roll on whether you win or lose. The issue is that it's still more fun with people. Playing this game of 2 to 3 people adds a whole other aspect to it. If everyone has to flip the top card of their deck and one person has that card that just doesn't qualify, that is a whole other challenge. It's really fun to try and figure out that puzzle together. So it is more fun, I'd say, in multiplayer, but it's a very acceptable, if not great game in solo too. Good luck. Good luck. It can be a tough one. It can be pretty daunting. There's a lot of really dense card play in that game, but it's really fun. I'm going to start with Rage Blood 2 power, destroy a 0 cost card. We're just going to get rid of one of our punches, start making that happen. Trigger Fortress of Solitude to draw another card. So that's 2. 3, I can put an equipment into my hand. We're going to get Nth Metal into my hand. 4, look at this card, and we will destroy it. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 9. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm going to go Channeling Emotional Spectrum, Batmobile, and a kick. I'm just trying to fill up on cost cards here, something to make Shifting Loyalties a lot easier. We've destroyed, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starters now, which means we're down to just 5 starters. So that's pretty good. We're in a good place that we could beat Shifting Loyalties very easily now. Does need a total cost of 7 amongst those 3 cards we had out there. And if it doesn't, those cards just stay out there and you have to buy them back. Solomon Grundy. Okay. 1 and draw a card. That triggers Fortress of Solitude to draw another card. We'll use Kid Flash to draw another card. I wouldn't say Marvel Champions is more difficult than Arkham Horror to learn. Arkham Horror can be really dense. It's just, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole other, there's a lot of complicated things like the word "you." If you want to know what's difficult about about Marvel Champions, look up what the word "you" means. It can be complicated. I really love the game though. I do not want to put it down. I really enjoy it, and I love the league too. So 1 from Crystal Shield. Don't really have a lot else going on here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A couple copies of the Atom, but I can't really do anything with it. We're going to get rid of Solomon Grundy. Getting a 6-card hand next turn. But you know what? Before we end our turn, I'm going to try and beat Rageblood. So add the top 3 cards of the lineup. Make sure they have to add up to 7. Let's see. We have 4. That's a good start. 5, 6, 7. And a punch. Perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better there. We got rid of Shifting Loyalties. It's a good time to do so. I mean, we just started up Season 7 of the Solo Champions League, and we're going to be starting Season 6. I'm sorry, we started Season 7 of the Solo Crisis League, and we're going to be starting Season 6 of the Solo Champions League very, very soon. All right, let's start with Nth Metal. Looking at this card, we may destroy it. We will not. Didn't I? I bought Solomon Grundy last turn, didn't I? So I can draw another card. So I would have actually looked at this card. Still not doing it. 1, 2, 3 triggers this to draw a card. Draw a card. 4, 5, are you a hero? It is. Draw a card. 6, get an equipment into my hand. There's none there. That's okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I could get rid of Arkillo because he costs extra for equipment. I'm going to do my part, though, to actually dwindle the lineup a little bit. There's a few things like getting rid of Solomon Grundy that's going to help. And I have 5 left over. We'll go ahead and get Star Sapphire back. So now we are in a place where Arkillo isn't as much of a problem. Now, the reason I'm focusing on clearing the lineup, even though it's not really necessary to beat Arkillo, and so was beating Solomon Grundy also not necessary. If I am facing Frozen City next, I'm going to want that to be done. So definitely have to get rid of some of those lineup cards if you're going to get rid of Frozen City fast. New card coming out. Green Arrow's Bow. Good to see. Man, Rageblood keeps coming up at the worst time. 1, draw a card. Fortress of Solitude draws another card. 2, look at this card. We will destroy it. Draw another card. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to use the Atom on a utility belt to get something of cost 5 out of here. Let's get ourselves a copy of Grodd. We gained a villain, so that's good. So we're at 6, 7, 8, 9. With that, we'll get Green Arrow's Bow. We'll get our kick. And we'll gain that punch back so we can destroy it pretty quickly. Yeah, Frozen City can. That's why I try to prepare for it. I don't always have the luxury of being able to prepare for it, so I try to when I think I can. The last few games went really easily. Okay, so Black Lantern Power Ring. What's so great about that? Every time Wonder Woman gains a villain, she gets an extra card on her next hand. With that stack of villains in the destroyed pile, using Black Lantern to get them, it's going to make you a lot more powerful. In fact, I should have 6 cards right now because we gained... Where is he? We gained Gorilla Grodd last turn. It is a really fun puzzle. That's what I love about it too. It is a good puzzle. Okay, so he's going to cause Arkillo to cost 3 more. So Arkillo is 14 right now, but we have to get rid of Black Lantern Power Ring. We actually want to gain it anyway. We'll see what we get. We'll see what this adds up to before we decide. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Let's go ahead and play a Scrim of Sticks to get a equipment into our hand. Let's get Nth Metal here. So 1 power so far, 2 power. Look at this, we may destroy it. I will not, but I will play 3-4. Are you a hero? And we know it is. 5-6, trigger Fortress of Solitude to draw another card. 7. What do we have in this destroyed pile? We're at 7 power so far. 5, 6, 8, 3, 4. I forgot where I was at. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to use the Atom on Star Sapphire to get a new villain, so we get an extra card next turn. That villain will be Bane. Bane. Okay. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Can't afford a Kilo, but we can get this. We can buy a Kick 2 just for fun. And we now got another villain, so we get 6 cards in our next turn due to Wonder Woman. So whenever possible, I'm going to try and get a villain that way in order for Wonder Woman to keep doing her thing. More cards we get in a turn, the better. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Power Ring, good card. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Fortress of Solitude says draw a second card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's in that destroyed pile? Okay. I'm curious. Can I do that? Yeah, I can. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to use the Atom on Bane and use that to get Suicide Squad. So we gained a villain without really affecting our deck too much, helping Wonder Woman. So we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still not enough for our Kilo. It is enough to get Power Ring, though. Yeah, she is pretty awesome. This is a good card. We get 6 cards because I did gain that Suicide Squad card. Bat Signal. Good to see. Good to see. Okay. 1, draw a card. Fortress of Solitude to draw another card. 2, let's get an equipment into our hand. That's going to be 3, 4, and possibly 5. Yep, that's 5. Draw a card. Draw a card. 6, look at this. We will destroy that. Thank you. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, though, towards our Kilo. So we'll get rid of him. We've got 5 left over, which is enough to buy Bat Signal, and I am happy. Here's what I'm worried about. If we get hit with Heroic Sacrifice, we're not in a good place. Oh, wait, yes, we are. I can draw a sixth card because I beat the villain, and he's a villain that we beat. So we can go and get a card. Go and get a 6th card, I mean. Because we bought him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Please be a defense card. We've got no defense cards and a few cards I don't want to lose in here, like Rage Blood, which we can get rid of soon, but not yet, and Black Lantern Power Ring, which I really need to fuel Wonder Woman. So our new crisis is Demonic Summoning. What a terrible time for that to come out. Okay, all the 6 cost cards have to come out. Solomon Grundy, White Lantern Corps, Heat Vision. Okay, those are some good cards at least. Put all cards of cost 6 from the destroyed pile into the lineup as you just saw me do. At the start of your turn, destroy a card in your hand. If you destroy a card of 0 cost, discard your hand. Your team must destroy 3 cards each with cost 6 in their discard pile. This can be a tough one. There's no denying that. We're going to see how it goes. Our new villain is Hector Hammond. Each player gains the top card of the main deck. If its cost is 5 or greater, destroy it. Otherwise, gain a number of weakness cards equal to its cost. Okay, we'll gain it. It is a cost 3, so we'll get to keep that. And we gain 3 weaknesses then. Okay. Start our turn by drawing a card. Unfortunately, gaining that penguin does not trigger Wonder Woman, because that wasn't during our turn. Have to destroy something. We're going to destroy the Atom. I'm hoping to get White Lantern Power Ring to get him back easily later. Play Rage Blood to destroy one of these weaknesses and draw a card via Fortress of Solitude. Then draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. We'll get rid of a Punch, and we'll get rid of Nth Metal for an easy reason, because we can play a Scrim of Sticks to get it right back. So we're at 3 power. 4. We will not destroy that. 5, 6, 7. We can gain a villain from the destroyed pile. We won't do that yet. We're not going to play that yet. In fact, we'll buy Solomon Grundy. So he'll go up here. Then we'll play this so we can gain Solomon Grundy. Boom. 8, 9. We know this isn't a hero. 10, 11. Now with 11, we'll go ahead and get ourselves a White Lantern Corps. And I think we'll go ahead and nothing else. Sorry, I'm not going to do anything else. I wish I had 12 so I could go a little bit further, but I can't. We did gain 1 villain this turn, so we still get a 6-card hand next turn, which is great for demonic summoning. Give yourself some choices, right? So in this hand, I will destroy Suicide Squad. We can draw a card. Fortress of Solitude kicks in for another card draw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, possibly 11. We got ourselves an 11 again. Okay, with 11, I got 2 villains? What 2 villains? Oh, you're right. I did get 2 villains. So I would have had this in my hand, which means this is the one I would have looked at for powering. It's still 11. 12, and I can get a hero into my hand. Plus 3 is 15, so goodbye to Solomon Grundy. Go ahead and get Heat Vision, leaving me with 3, and I'll get Nth Metal Mace. Yep, you're right. You're totally right. That's a good move. I wish I thought of that ahead of time. All right, so before I end the turn, we have we played White Lantern Corps this turn, so that doesn't qualify, because that wouldn't have been in my discard pile. But how many do we have here? Just 2. We only have 2 of the cards we need. Okay. Looks like we're going to have to shovel up. Let's see. New card comes out. Ah, it's a villain. 1, 2, 3. It was a good move. Accidental, but still a good move. The part of gaining the villain was on purpose. Oh, did I lose my audio? Can you hear me? Looks like you still can hear me. Okay, good. I've had my audio cut out a few times the last few nights. I'm not sure why. The program keeps interrupting me. All right, there we go. Okay, so here's the problem. I have to destroy something, right? I think I'm just going to destroy Kid Flash. Again, the hope is that I get White Lantern Power Ring to gain him back real easily. We're going to... I can't do anything about that. Okay. So my thought is I've only got how many cards here? 1, 2... Oh, I've got 3 6-cost cards. Hold on. I have 3 6-cost cards in my discard pile. Okay, let's try and get rid of Black Lantern, Aquaman, and then we can take care of that. 1, 2, 3. Goodbye to this. Then we have to destroy these 3 cards. And that is the end. Well, where are we? Of demonic summoning. Okay. That is beat. Not bad. Not bad. Alright, so we're at 0 power. 1 and draw a card. Come on. Let's see. I can draw 2-3. Are you a hero? It is not. We'll leave it there though. 4-5. And that is all I can do there. Did I not put a card out this turn? Oh no, it was Aquaman. That's right. Oh, you're right. Because I destroyed White Lantern Corps, it wouldn't actually get destroyed. Nice catch. I'll shuffle that in. Yeah, I really like the Snyder Cut. It was definitely a huge improvement over the original. I can understand not wanting to sit through a movie that long. That's not for everyone, but I really enjoyed it. I would watch it again, and I've watched it, I think, just twice now, but I really enjoyed it both times. A few things I would cut out. Nothing crazy. Just a few things like I don't need a 2-minute long song. Even though it's really nice. When the movie's 4 hours, that can go. That can go. Yeah, I'm going to need that card. You're right. I'm going to need that for the Atom especially. So that's that. That's the end of that turn. Not enough for Hector Hammond. But, oh man, the villains today. I guess it's good news for Wonder Woman here. But man, I'm really getting hit by him. We're going to use Bat Signal to get a hero out. That hero is going to be the Atom. We're going to use the Atom on a weakness to get a punch back. So that's 1. Draw a card, Fortress of Solitude, draw a second card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is 10, 11 towards the supervillain, but we don't have it. So we're only at 9. We'll get rid of this guy, which gets me a 6-card hand for that next turn. Yeah, we're up for a good year, a good couple of years here. I mean, DC has had its highlights and lowlights, obviously. I'm looking forward to what comes next, though. I'm looking forward to The Flash, just to get my Batman 89 back. That's just my childhood all over again, so that's always a good news. And, yeah, Black Adam, Suicide Squad, The Batman looks great. I'm excited for all of it, honestly. So, what we're looking at here is... We'll start with Nth Metal, looking at this card. We will not destroy it. That's 1, 2, 3, and draw a card because of Fortress of Solitude. 4, 5. Is it going to be 6? It is. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Get an equipment in my hand. We'll go with, sure, 13, 14. Not a hero. Nothing here, but 14 is enough to beat Hector Hammond, so let's just end that. Move on to that next turn. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Looking forward to all of it. I wish that we got to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne. Like a Flashpoint Thomas Wayne. Not just the father figure. That would have been really cool. He's a great actor. Alright, so I get 6 cards because I beat the villain. So I do have to shuffle my discard pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's see what we got here. Man of Steel would have been great. Honestly, anything with more Henry Cavill. He's a great actor. He was really ready to play Man of Steel from the start. He never got like his great moments. He got a few good ones, but he could have had a much better movie. Given the right amount of, given the right script, I think. So, our new crisis is 7 Deadly Sins Unleashed. This one can hurt. Put the top 4 cards in the main deck into the lineup. I'm going to do 5 cards, 4 for the crisis, and 1 for the turn anyway. None of those are superpowers, so that's important in a second. When a superpower enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. Your team must destroy 7 cards with different costs from discard piles. I have no discard pile right now, so we're going to have to move through this deck to make that happen. Our new villain, Graves. I really don't like that villain. I really don't like Graves. He's the most annoying villain. But this attack cannot be avoided. Each player resolves the 2 highest cost attack cards in the destroyed pile and the lineup against himself. There are no attack cards in the lineup. We do have Black Lantern Blue Beetle. I think the other one's going to be Black Lantern Martian Manhunter. I'm right. There it is. Let's figure out what order we want to deal these. Each foe discards a defense card. Perfect, because I don't have a defense card. We'll deal with that. Great. And then each foe discards a random card. Okay, so we're going to deal with that. Lobo, that'd be interesting. I don't know if Lobo works. I think Lobo would work as like, I don't know, a short HBO series or something. But I don't know if he works as a movie by himself. He'd be in a movie, that's fantastic. But his own movie, I'm not so sure. All right, we are discarding a punch, so goodbye to that. I agree. He did a great job as Batman. I wish my only problem with Zack Snyder is that he went so hardcore on that, kind of Dark Knight Returns revival. It's not my favorite Batman story, not my favorite interpretation of the character. So we had like this great actor doing like the best Batman I've ever seen, and then like a story that I'm not a huge fan of. So that was unfortunate. I wish I got to see more of him doing some of the stuff I would have liked to see, like Long Halloween or Hush, stuff like that. That really resonates with me more. So we already put a card out for the turn. I'm going to start the turn with Penguin, drawing 2 cards and discarding 2 cards. This is actually a pretty hard choice, but we'll discard this and this. We'll play Rage Blood to destroy the punch over here. So that's 2. That triggers Fortress of Solitude to draw another card. 3-4, are you a hero? It's not. We'll leave it there. Let's go ahead and gain a villain. We're going to get Black Lantern Martian Manhunter, which is perfect for 7 Deadly Sins, because it's an 8 cost card, which is pretty rare. And if we get to keep it, we can use the Atom on it to get Man of Steel back. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to get Indigo Tribe. I can't really do that. I can't justify that. We're going to get the Riddler for 3. I have 6 left over. We'll go ahead and get Super Speed, and we'll get X-Ray Vision. Okay, so with that, we got 2 villains this turn. So we are going to get a 7-card hand. New card coming out. All right. Here we go. I'm looking forward to this. What do we got? Got a few options here. Let's go a Scrim of Sticks to get an equipment into our hand. Probably Nth Metal Mace. Yep. So that's 1. 2, 3. Are you a hero? It is not. We'll leave it there. And we'll go ahead and draw it. And Force of Solitude says draw another one. So we're at 3 power. I do want to use the Atom on something. Probably something to get another villain. So what do we have? We've got villains of cost 3, 7, 6, 4, 5. All right, so we got 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 on villains. What do we have here? We could destroy a Kick and be fine with that. Let's do that. Let's destroy a Kick with the Atom. We'll get a 3-cost villain for it. That's a villain gained, which is good. We're going to get Black Lantern Aquaman, because that villain gained we can use for Wonder Woman's ability. So we're at 1, 2, 3. Draw a card. 4, 5. Are we at 6? We are at 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Definitely get that Indigo Tribe now. And we have 7 left, Cape and Cowl, and Catwoman. Now, we bought 1 villain that turn, so that's 6 cards. New card comes out. Let's try and beat this. We're going to try and beat this. So, I'm just going to separate these out by costs. Yeah, I mean, they nailed it. They did nail it. All right, so 4, 5... 0, 3, 0, 0, 3, 1, 3. I know I've got some 2s in here too. There we go. So I'm separating these out to see what I have to use for this crisis. Definitely need that in the 6s. That's an easy destroy. 5, 5, 3, 8, 3, and 2. Okay, we've got more than enough here to beat 7 deadly sins. So let's just go for it. We'll destroy a punch as our 0. I'm not going to destroy the Atom, I don't think. Maybe I should. You know what? We'll see White Lantern Power Ring. We'll get him back. No, I really need to keep him. If I can try, we'll try and keep him. So that's 1. We'll go with Catwoman for this one. That's 2. Over here, we'll drop Black Lantern Aquaman for 3. Over here, we'll drop Cape and Cal. Try and get that back. Actually, I don't want to if I can avoid it. We'll get rid of the Rage Blood. We're in a good place there. You know, maybe we're not. We'll go with Grodd. We can get him back because we've got that Black Lantern Power Ring. So, again, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we get this one back. So I'll just put that upside down. I guess this is 6 and 7. Man, I don't really want to do that. What do we have? We'll do 6 for the Atom. And we'll do Cape and Cal for 7. So that's our 7. Our 7 is White Lantern Corps, Cape and Cal, the Atom, Catwoman, Gorilla Grodd, Punch, and Black Lantern Aquaman. So those are all gone. In doing so, 7 Deadly Sins Unleashed is over. Really want to get a White Lantern Power Ring so I can get myself what's his name? Man of Steel. Get Man of Steel back. That's what I need. All right, so no more of these crisis cards to deal with right now. Just Graves. Let's deal with that, huh? Let's start with Crystal Shield to draw a card. That does trigger... Oh, wait, no, let's not do that. Hold on. Sorry. I should have done this first. Batmobile to get a hero into my hand. Much better. That hero will be Indigo Tribe. Then Crystal Shield to draw a card. Draw a second card due to Fortress of Solitude. Boom. Okay. We're at 2 power. We already are flowing real good. I like that. 3, are you going to be a... Well, wait, no, it's not that one. Let's just... Do we want to destroy this? Yeah, we'll destroy that. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you a hero? It is not. We'll leave that there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and a weakness beats Graves, and we have 4 left over. We'll use that to get rid of Kid Flash. Okay. Feeling good. Things are working. Things are working. Assuming that this next one is not a heroic sacrifice, we're in a good place. Just don't want to lose all these cards over here. That's all. But we'll be okay. If that happens, we'll be okay. Super Villains United. Put an unused supervillain in the lineup and resolve each of its attacks. Then, the supervillain cannot be gained or destroyed by the effects of a player's card. Remove this crisis when there are no supervillains in the lineup. So these are my unused supervillains. We're just going to shuffle it up. Could be either of the 2 of them here. And we're looking at Doomsday. Each player destroys the top 2 cards of his deck. Destroy any defense cards used to avoid this attack. We're going to defend with super speed. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, draw 2 cards. In doing so, though, we have to destroy this card. Sorry, Doomsday. Or sorry, me. I don't know. But that's what's happening. And our new villain, Mr. Freeze. Each player may only play up to 4 cards from his hand during his turn. That's not great, especially when you have got a villain out there. We'll start with Rage Blood, though, destroying this weakness over here in my discard pile, and hitting Fortress of Solitude to draw a card. So that's 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, possibly 8. Yep, we're at 8. Nothing's going to get me to what I need there, so we'll play Black Lantern Power Ring to draw another card, to get a villain, I mean. We'll get Grodd back. So we're at 8 power. We'll use that to get Emerald Knight, because that allows us to play cards that aren't in our hand and therefore don't break the rules of Mr. Freeze. Okay. Next hand. We got how many villains that turn? Just one. So 6 cards still. Can still only play 4 cards. Super Strength. Good to see. Not thrilled about my options here. We'll start with the Penguin. Drawing 2 cards and discarding 2 cards. Normally, I don't play a card like that against Mr. Freeze, but I don't have a hand here I'm super proud of, and I'd like to fix that. If I can't get Doomsday, I'd like to at least get Super Strength this turn. We will drop off X-Ray Vision and a Punch. And then we'll go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 towards Supervillain. So that's 8. That's good. So 3, 4, 5, 6 power is all we're going to generate. It's not going to get me anything. I could get Green Arrow, but I don't really need it. I guess I'll get it in case Frozen City comes up soon. That's my only thought there, though. All right. We'll start the turn again with Rage Blood to destroy a 0-cost card. That's going to be this Punch. Triggering Fortress of Solitude to draw a card. So that's 2, 5, 6, 7. Are you a hero? It is not. We'll discard it. And we'll use the 7 to buy Super Strength. And then we'll go ahead and get another villain from the destroyed pile. And we'll use that villain to draw a card on our next turn. All right, we're going with Black Lantern, Blue Beetle. Really just fodder for a better the Atom turn. I don't have any copies of the Atom right now, but once we get that White Lantern power ring, you know I'm going for it. Yeah, that's a bad combination. I think I had that maybe my last game. That was not great. All right, we're going to start with Indigo Tribe. Villains you own and in the lineup become heroes this turn. Wait, does that mean I can buy Doomsday? Cannot be gained or destroyed by the effects of player's card. Hold on a second. Indigo Tribe. Could Indigo Tribe buy Doomsday and put him into my deck? That would be crazy. Sorry, I'm just looking up the ruling on that, if there is one in here even. If Indigo Tribe turns a supervillain into a hero, it still retains the supervillain tag as a subtype, not a card type. Okay, so you don't gain it. Worth asking, though. Definitely worth asking. So that's 4 power, though. Is there a hero worth having over here? Sure. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, possibly 11. There is 11 there. We'll gain this, and because it's a hero now due to Indigo Tribe, we actually do gain it. That does trigger Wonder Woman, so that's good. And we'll buy this too. We only got 11 of the 12 I needed for Doomsday, though. Alright, so that was 1 villain, so that means we get to draw 6 cards again. This 6-card draw is wasted on these turns where we can only play 4 cards, though. It really is. New card coming out. Star Sapphire again, okay. 4 power here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remove a card from, remove a equipment, hero, or superpower from the lineup, play it, and then return it. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That beats Doomsday. Oh, wrong button. That Doomsday goes away, and so does Supervillains United. Okay. That's better. That is better. This is back out there. Still can only play 4 cards, but we've proven multiple times now that we can take on Mr. Freeze at this level. Alright, so 6 cards again, because we bought that villain. What's my hero situation like over here? Yeah, that's going to be necessary. Okay. Bat Signal, Indigo Tribe. So that's 5 power right there. 6, 7, possibly 8. That is definitely 8. 9, 10, 11. That's Mr. Freeze gone. I have 1 power. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. 6 power. 7, 8, 9 power. That buys both of those, so we got rid of Mr. Freeze and cleared the lineup. That's a pretty good turn. That's pretty good. I'll take that. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 1 villain that turn, so that's 6 cards. Our new crisis, after I decide I have 1 defense card here. Okay. Our new crisis is Reshaping Our World. At the start of your turn, discard all cards that share a cost with another card in your hand. I have been guilty of forgetting that ongoing ability before, so I'm going to try not to today. Each player reveals the top card of his deck. Remove this crisis if each of those cards has a different cost. I think that one definitely has a different solo rule. And that is reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Remove this crisis if each of those cards has a different cost. Okay, we can try and do that. Our new villain, Amazo. Amazo costs 3 more to defeat for each hero in the lineup. Each player puts a hero, blah, blah, blah. Defend with super speed. Draw 2 cards. Alright, so Reshaping Our World hits. At the start of your turn, discard all cards that share a cost with another card in your hand. Alright, those 2s are gone. And the 3s are gone. So we just have 4 and 5. Let's just try and beat this. To reveal the top 3, they all need different costs. They are 5, 3, and 5, so they stay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need Lasso of Truth, so we're just going to keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New card comes out. We have to discard all the entire hand. Boom, all 3s and 5s gone. That's that turn. New card comes out. Now we can't go for it until we beat Black Lantern Green Arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, what do we got? 3, 3, 5, all the 3s. And then we have Green Arrow here at 2 power. We'll get another copy of Eskrima and move on. This one can be complicated. So, Reshaping Our World, what do we got here? We've got 2, 5, 7, 3, and 3. The 3s are gone. Everything else stays. 2 power. And do I have a 0 cost card over here? No, it might be time to destroy that card. We will go ahead and trigger Fortress of Solitude, though. Draw another card. 3, 4. Let's get an equipment into our hand. 5, another equipment into our hand. 6, 7, are you a hero? It is not. 7 plus 5 is 12. Goodbye to Black Lantern Green Arrow, bringing me down to 8. And then we're going to try and beat Reshaping Our World. They are 7, 7, and 5, so that is not qualifying. 8 we'll use to buy Mara. We'll buy Lasso of Truth now, too, because it's a unique cost card. I don't think I have a lot of 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 cards, because we did beat a villain that turn. Alright, 4, 8, 5, 7, and 7 are gone. There are no villains, so let's try and beat this. 1, 2, 3. We've got 4, 2, and 5. That is the end. of reshaping our world. That went a little longer than I normally see that one last. But here we are. 1, put a hero from my discard pile into my hand. Probably going to be Indigo Tribe. I mean, why would I do anything else, really? Yep. 5 power. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and we can put an equipment on top of my deck. Unfortunately, because that is a hero, we cannot get a Mazo this turn. What equipment do we want to put on top of our deck? We'll put a Scrimastix there. We'll buy Supergirl so that Mazo is more reasonably priced, and we will move on. Blue Beetle, good defense. All right, we'll start with a Scrimastix, getting a Scrimastix, and then we'll go Nth Metal Mace. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you a hero? It is not. We'll leave it there. Draw a card. 5, draw a card. Fortress of Solitude says draw another card. 6, 7, are you a hero? It is not. 8, draw a card. 9, 10, is it 11? It's 11. 12, 13, 14, 15 towards a villain. Remove this from the lineup, so that's 16, 17, 18. That's definitely enough to get rid of a Mazo. Can't buy him, unfortunately, but that is fine. We got one villain. That's a 6-card hand coming up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. I don't have to leave my discard pile over there, which would really doom us if we ended up with a heroic sacrifice. Would not be pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Our defense situation. We have no defense again. All right. All right. Okay. Our new villain is Heroic Sacrifice. Boom. The player that defeated the previous supervillain removes his superhero from the game and destroys all cards with cost 1 or greater in his discard pile. We saved that discard pile just because we were Wonder Woman. She had the ability to draw 6 cards. If I drew 5 cards, my entire deck would be over here except for those 5 cards. Good play step for that to happen. That player gains a random unused superhero, and each other gains 2 weakness cards. Okay, so that's a new hero, and then that's the end of Heroic Sacrifice. Oh, sorry, that was not supposed to flip over. I don't want to see what it is. I want to draw a random one, so here we go. We'll go with this one over here. It is Star Sapphire. Okay, that reads: when you play an equipment, reveal the top card of your deck. You may discard it or put it on the bottom of your deck. Interesting. It doesn't say you can do nothing. I have to do one of those 2 things. Our new villain Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Enjoy. Alright, so Hellspawn is out. Each player discards the 2 cards with the highest cost in his hand. I don't have a defense, so that's a 7 and a 6. That's a pretty good attack at that point. Okay, new card coming out. He's Doomsday. Alright, villains aren't as great anymore because I don't have the ability to get them, or to use them as Wonder Woman would. We can draw a card. We can draw another card. Fortress of Solitude says draw another card. Draw another card. Get a kick into my hand. There's a lot going on. Okay, we have 0 power so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 towards a supervillain. In fact, we're just going to get rid of Hellspawn. And then we're going to use this to get a villain from the destroyed pile. Who do we want? Who do we want? Who do we want? I'm going to go Solomon Grundy, I think. We'll take Solomon Grundy, and when you gain this villain, you may put him on top of your deck. So we'll go ahead and put him there, sure. Sure. Oh, I forgot to do this. When you play an equipment, I forgot to do it. Never mind. It's all complicated now. 5 cards. Never get to do more than 5 cards anymore. We do have 1 defense card, so that's good. Our new Crisis. Villains in Disguise. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck into the lineup. 1, 2, 3. I'll do a 4th one, too, for the turn. 4. When you buy or gain a villain from the lineup, place it on the in your discard pile instead of destroying it. Each player must destroy a villain in his hand or discard pile. I am glad I put Solomon Grundy over here. And then our new villain is Black Adam. I'm not even going to read it. We're going to defend. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, put a card of cost 3 or less from your discard pile into your hand. Card of cost 3 or less, huh? Probably Super Speed, because that's a draw 2 card since we have Fortress of Solitude. Alright, so to beat it, I need to destroy a villain in my hand or discard pile, but we got to clear this lineup first. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Fortress of Solitude says draw a 2nd card. Then let's go with Nth Metal. Are you... no, we're going to look at it and we can destroy it. We will not destroy that. I will play Nth Metal. Sorry, we're at 3 power now. This does nothing. Oh, wait. The first one, sorry. After I played the first Nth Metal, when you play an equipment, reveal the top card of your deck. You may discard it or put it on the bottom of your deck. We'll put it on the bottom. Then I'll play a second equipment. And now, are you a hero? No. And we'll put that in my discard pile. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that back out for 5. And the next one will be nothing. Okay. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and get rid of Doomsday here and Scarecrow here. That's a good start. New card comes out. Rage Blood I don't really need anymore. Kind of have to destroy the one I have. We'll go first with Rage Blood. Are there any 0 cost cards? I don't think there are. Nope. That does trigger Fortress of Solitude to draw another card, though. So that's 2, 4. We'll go ahead and buy this. And with that purchased, we can go ahead and beat Villains in Disguise. Must destroy a villain. Probably Black Lantern, Green Arrow. It's not really useful. We've got a lot of them to destroy here. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get rid of that one. And that'll end Villains in Disguise. So I hit the wrong button again. Sorry about that. Villains in Disguise, though, is over. We have 0 power now. 3, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We'll use that. We're going to get Heat Vision because we have a lot of card destruction to do. And I'm going to get Batmobile because I want to move through this deck. And that also triggers Star Sapphire. So lots of good news there. We're coming up on Black Adam. We're going to get him real soon. One, draw a card. Fortress of Solitude says draw a 2nd card. Two, 3, 4, 5. Are you going to be 6? It is 6. That does trigger Star Sapphire. We'll take this and put it on the bottom. 7, 8. We can put an equipment on top of our deck. I'm thinking Lasso of Truth because it's a defense card. I'm pretty sure we're going to win this turn. Yeah, Lasso of Truth it is. So we're at 8 power, 9, 10, and then we can play a card from the lineup. We're going to play this one. 11, 12, 13. I can gain a card from the destroyed pile. That's the same name. Sorry, you gain a card from the lineup that's the same name as a card in the destroyed pile. I don't think there's a destroyed Rage Blood right now. No. Okay, but that is 13, which is enough to beat Black Adam. Okay. That goes back. Hopefully, we're in a good place. We did set it up so that we do have a defense card, so that's good news. And let's see what happens. Our new crisis is Hunting Down the Lanterns. When an equipment enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. Your team must destroy 4 different superpowers. We can do that this turn if we avoid villains. Then, Mongol. Each player destroys 1 location of each different cost he controls. If you have none or avoid this attack, gain 2 weaknesses. We'll avoid the attack because I really want to keep Fortress of Solitude. May discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card. And there we go. We will do have to gain 2 weaknesses for that. Now, new card comes out for the turn. Please don't be a villain. It is. It costs 2. We'll go with Indigo Tribe. Villains you own and in the lineup become heroes this turn. So that's a hero. So I don't even have to buy it right now to get Hunting Down the Lanterns. So your team must destroy 4 different superpowers, huh? X-ray vision is 1. Kick is another. Rage Blood is a 3rd. Maybe not Rage Blood. I'll think about Rage Blood. We've got 2 copies of Crystal Shield, so 1 can go. I mean, it has to be different. It has to be different superpowers, so I don't really have a lot of options here. We'll go Super Speed as the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our 4 superpowers destroyed. That is the end of Hunting Down the Lanterns. We're at 4 power. 5 power. Get a hero into my hand. We're going to put Mara in my hand, I think. Because we're about to shuffle this deck. Yeah, so 4, 5, draw 2. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. Shoot. I guess I'm not going to shuffle this deck, am I? If that's the case... Oh, no, we are. Perfect. Okay, so 5, 6, 7. Look at the top card. Is it a hero? That's why we get to look at the top card of the deck, so we have to shuffle. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you a hero? And then we have to do Star Sapphire's ability. Oh, whoops. It is a hero, so we will draw it. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Then Mara to get to 11. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Discard a weakness, and this one, sure. 14 plus 3 is 17. Goodbye to Cheetah. Leave me with 15. Goodbye to Mongol. Leave me with 3. And I won't buy anything with that 3 power. Instead, we'll just be happy that we made it that far. Get ourselves a new card. Oh, wait, no, we played an equipment. So we're supposed to... I only played... How many equipment? Oh, man, I might have messed that up. I'm not sure now. I have to look at the top card. You may discard it or put it in the bottom of your deck. I'll put this one at the bottom of my deck. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope I did that at the right time. I should have done it earlier. I hope I did that right, I should say. We have 2 defense cards in my hand, so that's good news. Our new crisis is Rise of the Dead. When a card is destroyed, remove it from the game. At the start of your turn, put a random card with cost 1 or greater from the destroyed pile into the lineup. If that card is not a villain, gain a weakness. Your team must destroy 5 cards with different colors. Hell. We're going to defend that. You may discard this card to avoid attack. If you do, put a card of cost 3 or less from your discard pile into your hand or draw a card. We'll put Penguin into my hand. Alright, and then a new card comes out, and then we have to add a card from the lineup, and if it's not a villain, we gain a weakness. Not a great combination of events. Gotta remember my Star Sapphire ability. In fact, I'm going to put it right here, and hopefully that'll remind me a little better. So, new card from the destroyed pile is... It's a villain, so we do not gain a weakness. Let's draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. We'll discard Supergirl and Lasso of Truth. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait, 4, 5. That triggers Fortress of Solitude to draw a card. 6, 7, Star Sapphire. Look at this card. Discard it or put it at the bottom of your deck. We're going to discard it. 8. We will go ahead and destroy that. 9, 10, 11. So with that 11, we'll just get rid of both of these. So that's 4. Bringing us down to a 7. We'll use the 7 to get Blue Beetle as a great defense card. And then before we go any further, do I have 5 cards of different colors here? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have 5 colors, don't I? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's probably better options, but that's not bad. I'd rather do this one instead of Emerald Knight, for instance. Any other orange cards? Not right now. About this turn, I played a kick this turn, so I could go to next turn, but you know what? Let's just get rid of all of these cards and end it. So yeah, that is the end of Rise of the Dead with these removed from the game. This one actually goes over here. And Rise of the Dead is defeated. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, let's try and beat Hell, who costs extra for what? Superpowers, that's right. I would like all 3 of these cards, so we'll see how we get there. We're going to play Heat Vision first. Probably going to destroy the weakness in my hand. Yep, we'll destroy this weakness right here in my hand. That triggers Fortress of Solitude to draw a card. Then it is 5. Look at this card. Is it a hero? It is not. We'll leave it there. When you play an equipment, reveal the top card of your deck. You may discard it or put it in the bottom of your deck. We'll put that in the bottom of my deck. So we're at 5. 6. Look at this card. We'll put that in the bottom of my deck. 7, 8, 9, and we'll put that on the bottom of my deck. 9, I can get a villain from the destroyed pile. Or, yeah, any villain from the destroyed pile, huh? Now, when that triggers Star Sapphire, look at this card, and we'll discard it. We'll get Solomon Grundy, maybe? Yeah, it's going to be Grundy. He'll go on top of my deck. Still have 9 power. We're going to use that to get King of Atlantis, because that is a destruction-heavy card, and I've got lots to get rid of. New card comes out. White Lantern Power Ring. Finally. Finally, I say. Let's go ahead and draw a card. 1. Put an equipment into my hand. Probably going to be Power Ring here. Yeah, it's going to be Power Ring. Put this on top because I'll get the next one that way. That is an equipment, so that triggers Star Sapphire. Look at this, and we'll discard that. 2, 3. That'll be 4, and we will discard that. 5. Get this in my hand. Trigger Star Sapphire. Look at this. We'll discard that. 6, 7. Are you a hero? It is not, and we will discard that. Oh, and that triggers Star Sapphire again. We'll put that at the bottom. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That is enough for Hell, isn't it? It's just enough, but I actually want something else. I'm going to get this and this, leaving me with 5, and that is it. I know normally I go straight for the villain there, but White Lantern Power Ring has been part of my strategy that I haven't been able to touch. I lost Man of Steel before the very first turn of the game, and I need White Lantern Power Ring to get him back. Get him back. And Ganthet. So many choices there. I need to start destroying those cards in my hand too. So there's lots to do. All right. 3, 6, 10, 15, 16, 17. That's enough to beat Hell. He's over with. I could buy Lasso of Truth, but I know I will. Just in case it's Frozen City, we're going to get Lasso of Truth. Okay, pretty good hand, but there is no defense there, so we're going to have to deal with that. It is draining the emotional spectrum. Put the top 3 cards into the main deck, or the main deck into the lineup. We're going to do 4, 3 for the crisis, and 1 for my turn. At the start of your turn, reveal the top card of your deck. Destroy all cards in the lineup with the revealed card's type and replace them. Each player must discard a random card. Remove this crisis if none of those match a card in the lineup. There's a diverse number of cards in the lineup. So this card, for instance... oh, it's a card type, so that one doesn't matter. Okay. Black hand. I have no defense, so that is each player destroys the top card of the main deck and then discards a number of cards equal to its VP value. That is 2 VP. That's 2 cards I have to discard. We're going to discard this kick. It doesn't matter because I'm going to play Batmobile, I think. Yeah. So first off, we have the Drain the Emotional Spectrum, which is at the start of your turn, reveal the top card of your deck, destroy all cards in the lineup of that card's type, and replace them. So this is destroyed and replaced. Then we're going to play Batmobile to get 5 new cards. And that does trigger Star Sapphire. Look at this card, and we will put that at the bottom of my deck. All right. Yes. No. Yes. 3 power, and I can destroy a card in my discard pile here. We're going to destroy... Are we getting down there? How far are we? We've only got a few villains left. We're going to destroy Black Lantern Martian Manhunter. The reason I was checking is you can't have villains when you go to face Necron. He can't be attacked by them, so you have to get rid of that. So that's 3. That does trigger Fortress of Solitude to draw another card. 4, I can put an equipment into my hand. We're going to go with Nth Metal, and that triggers Star Sapphire. We'll put that at the bottom. And that 5, look at this, we may destroy it. I will not. I'll put that at the bottom, though, because of Star Sapphire. So 3, 4, 5. 6, look at this for Star Sapphire. We'll put that at the bottom. 7, 8, is it going to be 9? It's going to be 9, and we'll put that at the bottom. That 9 will get rid of this. That's 3 left over. 4, 5, we're going to discard a random card from our hand, which is just the last card. It is a villain, so that's the end of draining the emotional spectrum. So that's good. We still have 5 left over. And with our 5, we'll get Cape and Cal. It's a great defense card. Okay. Getting really, really close now. Really close. New card coming out. Heat Vision. Good to see. Alright, King of Atlantis. Destroy a card to get 3 power. What do we want to destroy here? We'll destroy... Oh, man. Anything I want to destroy, really? I gotta start getting rid of villains. So... if that's the case, let's get rid of Grundy. So that's 3 power. 4, 5, Fortress of Solitude says draw a card. 6, let's go ahead and get a hero into my hand. We'll go with Indigo Tribe. And that is an equipment, so that triggers Star Sapphire, and we'll discard that. 7, 8, 9, 10 towards the villain. That triggers Star Sapphire. And we'll put that down here. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, plus 4 gets us to 19. That's enough to get Black Hand out of here. And also get another copy of Heat Vision for ourselves. Okay, we are doing pretty good now. See how it goes. Just got to keep it up, right? We have no defense cards, though, so let's see what happens. Frozen City had to happen eventually, right? At the start of each player's turn, he adds the top card of the main deck to the lineup, flip down each other card with that cost in the lineup, and they cannot be bought or gained this turn. Flip them up at the end of your turn. Clear the lineup of all cards to beat. Not so bad. But Black Lantern Superman, on the other hand, each player gains 2 weakness cards. Each with a superpower in his discard pile gains an additional weakness. That's 3 weakness cards gained. So much for all the destruction I wanted to do. Okay. So new card for the turn, and the new card for Frozen City costs 7. There are no 7 cost cards out there, though, so everything is fine. We're going to do White Lantern Power Ring, and we're going to get Man of Steel. There's not even a question in my mind that that's what we're going for. Where is he? Maybe Ganthet, but you know what? Man of Steel's, I think, definitely the way to go. Right here. Done. Okay. That does trigger Star Sapphire to look at the top card of her deck. And we'll discard that. Then we'll go Star Sapphire to put an equipment on top of my deck. We're going to go with Bat Signal on top of my deck. So we're at 2 power. 3/4. No, we're not going to do 3/4. We're not going to play that. Hold on. We're at 2. What's his ability? Sorry, I'm just looking at my options. Okay, we're going to use Emerald Knight to play this to get 5/6, and we'll gain this. 7, 8, 9. 10, 11. Are you a hero? It is not. Oh, I'm not going to play that card, actually. We're going to stick with the 9, and we'll go ahead and buy Atlantis. I don't want to play that because I purposely was trying to save this card for next turn. New card comes out. New card for the Crisis of Frozen City. Any 4 cost cards? Nope, just that one. All right, Rage Blood. That can get rid of one of these here weaknesses. So that's 2. Triggers Forge of Solitude to draw another card. 3. We can go ahead and get a hero into my hand. 4, 5, 6. Let's get all those superpowers into my hand. We're stop there for 3. Star Sapphire. We'll put that at the bottom. No, we'll put that at the bottom. So we're at 3, and then 4, 5, 6. Get all those superpowers into my hand, and see what kind of damage we can do with that. Got quite a bit of them, I know. All right, so we're at 6. 7, 8, goodbye to another weakness. Do we have any other ones floating in there? I forgot to check. Nope, no other weaknesses or anything. Cool. 9, 10, 11, goodbye to another weakness. 12, 13, 14. I can destroy something else now. Probably Solomon Grundy. Oh no, definitely Scarecrow. Yep, Scarecrow's gone. So we're at 14. Plus 5 is 19. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 31, 32. We'll look at this card because of Star Sapphire. We will put that at the bottom. 33, 34. So that's pretty good. That's going to help us. So goodbye to this. Brings us down to 34 minus 7 would be 27. minus this brings us down to 21. Minus this is 15. 10. Minus 4 is 6, and that is the end of Frozen City. So that went pretty well. We played a huge chunk of cards that turn. Exactly what you want to see with a Man of Steel turn. Most of your cards should be going out there. So let's go on and take on Black Lantern Superman. Let's go. So close to the end here. Got a few destruction cards we've built up. We're going to go ahead and try and use that to get rid of some villains so that we don't have anything floating around when we get to Crisis Necron. After the villains are gone, we'll focus on the weaker cards like Kid Flash, stuff like that. New card for the turn. Bulletproof. Start with the Penguin, drawing 2 cards and discarding 2 cards. We'll discard Rage Blood, and we'll discard, I guess the weakest card here is Dark Knight. Okay. We'll play Man of Steel, getting Rage Blood back into my hand. That's 3 power. Wait, before we do that, let's not do that yet. Hold on. 2. That triggers Star Sapphire. Look at this card. We'll put that at the bottom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. We'll go ahead and then draw this. 12, 13. And then we get to draw another card for Fortress of Solitude. 14, 15. That is the end of Black Lantern Superman. And we can move on to that next turn. Okay. What do we got for the final villain of Final Crisis? Got a lot to do here. The new crisis is Manhunter Invasion. When a villain enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. Your team must destroy 4 heroes. 4 heroes it is, okay? Crisis Necron. Each player puts a random supervillain defeated this game in front of him and resolves its attack against himself. Each player must defeat his own supervillain. Necron cannot be defeated when a villain is in the lineup. So, that supervillain is going to be what? It's going to be a defeated one. We'll go with this one. It is Hellspawn. So, that doesn't go there. What am I talking about? Hellspawn's attack is each player discards the 2 cards with the highest cost in his hand. We have a defense, though, and Lasso of Truth. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card. Perfect. Okay. So a new card comes out for the turn. We have to destroy 4 heroes to beat Manhunter Invasion. We're going to do John Jones for sure. We got it. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards defeated. There goes Manhunter Invasion. That is the end of Manhunter Invasion. That's good news. Anything else? Nope, nothing there. Okay. So we'll get to keep White Lantern Corps, but the rest are officially destroyed. Then we'll play Heat Vision. We can destroy a card. We'll destroy Black Lantern Wonder Woman. That's not going to do anything for us. Triggering Fortress of Solitude to draw another card. We'll play White Lantern Power Ring. We're going to use that to get Ganthet. Get him out here, right? And that triggers Star Sapphire to look at this card, and we will discard that. Yeah, we'll discard that. Okay. So we're at 1, 2, 3 power. 4, 5. We can remove this from the lineup to get to 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. We can look at this for Star Sapphire, and we will discard that too. Okay, we're not going to buy anything this turn. That's the end of that. We'll move on to the next turn. New card comes out. Let's get Atlantis out here. Bat Signal. We're going to use that to get... where is he? Probably Man of Steel. Man of Steel is the way to go, I think. So that's 1. That triggers Star Sapphire to look at this card, and we will discard it. +3 is 4. Get all those superpowers back. This should end it. I'm not sure for sure, but I think it will. So that's 4. 5, 6. I don't think there are any 0-cost cards there. No. 7, 8, 9. We will destroy the Penguin here. +5 is 14. We'll go ahead and get rid of Hellspawn, bringing him down to 3 power here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 +4 is 13. Not quite enough for Crisis Necron, but we will get Zatanna Zatara for our own uses. You know what? We'll get Bulletproof. No, we don't need Bulletproof. We don't need Bulletproof. No need for it. He doesn't cost like 1 more for cards in the lineup or anything like that. So new card will come out. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay. Let's use a Scrimma Sticks to put an equipment into my hand. Don't know if I have one that qualifies. I have exactly one here. It's Batmobile. So that Scrimma Sticks triggers Star Sapphire. Look at this card. And we'll put that at the bottom. 2. That triggers Star Sapphire again. Look at this card. Again, put that at the bottom. 3, 4. Are you a hero? It is, so we'll draw it. But then we use Star Sapphire. And we will discard that. 5, 6, 7, 8 towards the villain. Use Star Sapphire, and we'll put that at the bottom. 9, again, equipment into our hand, and then we have to use Star Sapphire. We will discard that. 10, look at this. We may destroy it. We will not, but we will use Star Sapphire to put at the bottom. 11, Star Sapphire again. Look at this, and we will discard it. 12, 13, just shy of what we need for Crisis Necron. We'll buy... We don't need Aquaman's Trident, so we're not going to buy anything. We're just going to keep going. Keep going. New card coming out for the turn. Okay. 5 from Super Strength. 10. 11, 5 from Super Strength, and then because of Fortress of Solitude, we draw a card. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I can't play these. If I play them, I can't buy Necron. So we're going to buy Mogo here. And that's the end of the turn. That's it. New card comes out. Another copy of Mara. That's a good news. We'll start with King of Atlantis, destroying a card to get 3 power. That card destroyed is going to be Solomon Grundy. So that's 3. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Four or 5, are you a hero? It is not, and we're going to discard it. And because of that, we can shuffle things up. Because we have to do Star Sapphire's ability now. So we're at 5 power. We have to do Star Sapphire's ability. I see now there's some crazy value in this if you have enough equipment to just kind of cycle through your deck very easily. So that's 5. Look at this card. Oh man, I did not want that to happen. I guess I'll put it at the bottom. Alright, so we're at 5. 6, 7, 8. And then look at this. I guess we'll put that at the bottom. Oh, no, we'll put it over here. No, we'll put that at the bottom just in case. 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, and then Star Sapphire. Ah, man, look at that. We'll put it at the bottom. Just shy again. Getting kind of hurt by Star Sapphire's ability. We lost quite a few cards that would have made it for a great hand next turn. Zatanna putting 2 cards at the bottom of my deck. We'll put King of Atlantis down there along with Power Ring. So that's 1 power. 4 power. We can draw a card because of Fortress of Solitude. 5, trigger Star Sapphire to look at this, and we will discard it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know that any of those cards are in the destroyed pile. I don't think they are. Just going to do a quick search. Yeah, none of those cards are down there, so that won't do anything. Nah, we're not going to play Grodd. What we'll do is buy these 2 cards with our 10. And get ready for the next turn. All right. Start ourselves off with Heat Vision, destroying a card. I think I saw a villain here like Grodd. So Grodd is gone. That's 3 power, triggering Fortress of Solitude to draw another card. 4, look at this card. We may destroy it. We will destroy that. And that triggers Star Sapphire to look at this, and we'll put that at the bottom. So that's 4. 5, 6, we can put an equipment on top of my deck. Put Nth Metal there. 7, 8, 9. We'll buy Green Arrow's Bow, but we're not going to play these 2. We're going to stop there and get ready for the next turn. New card comes out. It's a villain. Can't beat Necron while there's any villains out there. We're going to start our turn with Nth Metal Mace. Are you a hero? And it is. Now that triggers Star Sapphire's ability to look at this, and we'll discard it. And then we'll go for it. Yeah, we'll go for it again. Are you a hero? It is not, and we will discard it. And that triggers Star Sapphire again to look at this, and we will discard that. So we're at 4 power. 9 triggers Fortress of Solitude to draw a card. There we go. 10, 11, 12. Let's get all those superpowers out. That's what I was hoping would happen. Eventually we would get it, right? All right, with that 12, we're going to get rid of Suicide Squad, leaving us with 8. Plus 3. 8 plus 3 gets us to 11, and we'll destroy Doomsday here. 14, and we'll destroy what? What do we want to destroy? Kid Flash isn't doing anything. None of this really matters. I'm just curious what happens. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 triggers Star Sapphire. We'll leave that over here. We'll discard that. 21, 22 triggering Star Sapphire, and we'll put that at the bottom. 23, 24, and I can play a card from the lineup. We'll play this one to get the 26, and that beats Crisis Necron. That was a pretty good victory. That was a more standard Crisis 2 game. My last 2 attempts went very, very quickly. This one took more of the normal amount of a Crisis 2 time. Very fun. Very, very fun. So this is for Season 7, Round 1 of the Solo Crisis League. If you're not sure what that is, there's a link below. More details on the website, but essentially, it's a semi-competitive way of playing DC Comics deck building game and its Crisis expansions. Basically, we rank ourselves based on how well we did using the size of your main deck, how many villains you defeated, and give other challenges like kind of messing with the rules, like giving bonus points depending on the hero you chose, which we're doing this season. It's been a lot of fun so far. It's obviously been fun enough that I'm running Season 7 now, and I still have plans for Season 8, 9, 10, and beyond. Looking forward to it. I really, really am. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Hope you're enjoying the league or the videos or whatever it is that brought you here. Whatever that is. Oh, why is there no audio? Sorry, I just noticed that there's no audio. Oh wait, nope, I was looking at the wrong meter. Sorry about that. There is audio. So whatever brought you here, thank you for watching. If you're interested in supporting the videos or the league or whatever it is, there's a few ways you can do that. You can check out the Etsy store where you can buy this awesome game mat for the league official game mat. You can check out the pin there also. Also came out really nice. Really happy with how that came out. And other things on my Etsy store. Lots of stuff there. Other game mats and stuff for other games you might be interested in. There's also the Patreon. Patreon gets you all sorts of rewards like mid-round results, sneak peek at upcoming rounds, and a special members-only round between seasons. That's all I've got now. Thank you for watching, and you have a good night.